Hey, good Monday afternoon, everyone. Thanks for logging on to the weather porthole here. BAM weather meteorologist Vince Bryan with a quick update in terms of what we're looking at with the potential of a winter system here as we get late week and into the early weekend across the Ohio Valley, kind of the Great Lakes area, whatever you want to call it here, as we move, like I said, late week into the weekend. Several of you have been asking about it and just kind of want to provide the latest thinking here, the risks, what we're watching, so on and so forth. So to start this video off, I want to show you first the upper level energy. This is not the simulated radar that we usually show you. I want to show you the modeled upper level energy here. I want to bring out my drawing tool because what we're going to see, I'm going to circle the Ohio Valley, kind of the Tennessee Valley here. You can see where I'm putting my marker right now there. That's Indiana. I'm going to take you all the way north here. Here's portions of Canada. What I want to draw your attention to are these locations right in here. So this is the North Pole. We're talking 3,000 plus miles away. These two pieces of energy is where I want you to kind of keep your eye on as I loop this over the next several days. Those two pieces. Now watch as I kind of bring this forward here. Those two areas, one of these is going to drag straight south. The other is going to kind of make a loop here. And so you'll note as I drag this forward, I just want to kind of explain the meteorology behind this. So here's as we head into Tuesday and into Wednesday. So now at this point, we have this one piece of energy that's worked down to right here. Have the second piece of energy that's worked to down right here. These are going to be the two pieces that either link up or they don't. That's the difference between a winter storm and a non-winter storm here. Again, keep your eye on this piece, that piece. As we get deeper into our Wednesday, now into our Thursday, you can see this piece is now sitting in the southwestern U.S., one that's just north of the northern plains here, still in southern Canada. As we get deeper into our Thursday, now eventually into our Friday, and then into Saturday, guys, you can see the energy. Now they're finally trying to link across portions of the Ohio, Tennessee Valley, and then the Northeast. If these two pieces link up, we get a winter storm across, again, portions of the Ohio, Tennessee Valley, the Northeast, the Mid-Atlantic. If not, that's going to lead to kind of pockets of snow showers, but probably not a winter storm here. So how those two pieces interact is key. If one is 5 hours slower or quicker, that's the major difference between a winter storm and a non-winter storm. I want to kind of show you that using our favorite simulated radar guidance here. So again, I'm going to pick things up right around that Thursday time frame. You'll note this is one thing that guidance across the board has a decent handle on, is that as we get deeper into our Thursday afternoon and evening, portions of southeastern Iowa here, northern Illinois, northwestern Indiana, going to be watching for some, I think, accumulating snow possible here. This is something that most, if not all, guidance does have at this time. That works out of the area as we get into our kind of Friday morning, but then as we get into Friday afternoon, here's that secondary piece of energy that I mentioned. It kind of works its way through eastern Ohio. It kind of really intensifies here, you can see, and turns into a winter storm across portions of Ohio, the Mid-Atlantic, into the Northeast. It's a strong winter storm. The link up, or what we call a phase of those two pieces of energy, happen later. It's not across Indiana and Illinois. There can still be shots of snow, but it's not that heavy accumulating snow that would come with a winter storm here. That's more so off to the east. What goes in your weather porthole app, guys, on the 10-day forecast? This is a blend of 60-plus weather models here, and I kind of want to show you this is what it has. So you can see here's kind of that piece that I was talking about. It has that system kind of into that Thursday time frame, but then note how there's kind of this void across Indiana, Illinois, those locations, but then it tries to re-intensify this kind of in these locations right in here. That's kind of that secondary piece. So it's trying to see those two pieces, because as of right now, the two pieces of energy that I showed you not linking up in terms of quote-unquote making a winter storm is the favored solution, them not linking up. Can there still be snow? Yes. This model is probably too widespread with the snow simply because, again, it's a blend of 60 weather models, and so if there's, 40, 50 different solutions, it's going to be a little bit muddy in terms of the exact outcome here, but we look for clues at this distance. And here's a clue, is that we have a swath of accumulating snow here, we have locally higher snow here. That lends credence and lends favor to that idea of those two pieces not linking up at the moment. Can this change? Absolutely. This is just the thinking as of now. On the flip side of things, are there pieces that do have a winter storm across portions of Indiana, Illinois? Yes, and I want to show you that as a risk. This is not the favored solution at the moment, but it is an opportunity. It's an idea that could pan out here. It's just not the thinking as of now. So as I get deeper into our Thursday again, here's that snow. Northern portions of Illinois, southeastern, eastern Iowa, northern Missouri. It has that. But then watch how it really intensifies things Friday evening into Saturday across portions of southern Illinois, Indiana, Ohio. This is some moderate to heavy, heavy snow here. Again, this quickly moves off to the east. This brings several inches of accumulating snow. I want to be very clear. Not the favored solution. Is it a possibility at this distance? Yes. It's just not what we favor right now. It's ultimately going to come down to how those two pieces of energy interact. I want to show you how guidance has been trending here. This is something we watch this far out, are the trends. That is very key here. This is some of the overnight data last night into early this morning, early on Monday morning. Look at some of the afternoon model guidance coming in. You can see the difference. Old right, new left. Look at some of this. Again, this was what we call a phased winter storm. It was bringing widespread, I'd call it 3 to 6 plus inches of snow across much of the Ohio Valley here, kind of the Midwest Great Lakes area. Here's what happens when we have that unphased. We have the kind of piece number 1, a break in the action, piece number 2. So again, none of these totals that I'm showing you should be taking verbatim. What's on your 10-day forecast? It's likely going to change. Please do not take that and say, okay, BAM's calling for 3 inches on Saturday, and then be disappointed whenever you see nothing. It's one of those setups where, guidance is going to trend and wobble day after day here over the next couple of days until we can get better consistency, better agreement, and we just get a little bit closer. Because a reminder, the 2 pieces of energy that make this storm are literally in the North Pole right now. They're 3,000 plus miles away. Regardless, lastly, guys, of how this system evolves, how it plays out, who gets snow, who doesn't, we're going to be looking at a shot of cold air here. What I'm showing you are the apparent temperatures, the feels-like temperatures, the wind chill temperatures, whatever you want to call them. As we get into our Thursday, you can see we're still warm across portions of Ohio, southern Indiana, and Illinois here. As we get into our Friday, though, this is all associated with a cold front. This is going to sweep through on Friday, again, regardless of whether there's a big winter storm or not. And look at some of these feels-like wind chill values into Saturday morning here. We're talking some teens, Ohio, Tennessee, Kentucky areas, single digits, Ohio, Michigan, below 0 across portions of Wisconsin, Illinois. So it's going to be a cold weekend regardless. You can see even the wind chill single digits into Sunday morning. So again, don't get so fixated on totals in the app or the exact tracker, how things trend, hour by hour whenever we're 5-6 days out. That's not the point of this. The point is to know, A, is there a system in the cards? Yes. It can play out. It can also fizzle, and we're talking about, maybe a couple flurries here across portions of central Indiana and points surrounding. So I just wanted to break things down, just realize that things are going to evolve still. We have several days to kind of iron things out. Just wanted to give you guys the latest thinking. So if you have any questions, as always, hit that chat feature. If you are an enhanced subscriber, happy to help you out. Otherwise, have a great rest of your Monday.